Hey ladies, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to lengthen an A-line skirt, and I'm going to be showing you two different methods. For this project I'm going to be lengthening the skirt in this simplicity pattern. Subscribe to the CMod clothing channel and be alerted when I post the video of how I actually made the dress a maxi dress. Alright. We're going to start out by pulling out your instruction sheet to see what alterations need to be made to which pieces. We'll be altering piece number 5, the skirt piece. Once you know what you're going to be doing, you need to find the actual piece and get a general idea of what elements you're going to need to transfer over when you trace out your pattern. Trace out your pattern onto a piece of paper. I'm using tissue paper. If I decide this pattern is something I want to do again, I may transfer it to something sturdier. Remember to transfer the hip line, the waistline, the grain line, and any other details. For example, this dress calls for pockets, so you'll want to transfer the marks to match the pockets. Place the top of your yardstick and measuring tape at the waistline mark. You're going to measure down to the hem. Get that measurement and subtract the amount that you'll be turning under for your hem. My dress will have a 2-inch hem, so I'm going to be subtracting 2 inches from the measurement, and then because I want my final skirt to be about 38-37 inches long, I'll be adding 15 inches to the length to get the maxi length that I want. The first way that I'll be showing you how to lengthen a skirt is the most straightforward way. It's just to extend the side seam lines to the desired length and redraw the hem. This method works well if you don't mind how wide your finished hem will be. If you're going from a short to a maxi length dress and your dress doesn't have much stepping room to begin with, this would be the best way because you'll get more width as the length increases. What you're going to do is add more paper to the bottom of the pattern that you traced out. Place your yardstick along the side seam line and continue the line down the desired amount. I went down 15.5 inches. You're going to do this on both sides. Next, redraw your hem by marking a new X distance below the old. For example, I added 15.5 inches, so I made marks across my pattern at 15.5 inches below the old hem. Once you're done, connect the dots and cut on the line. And there you have it. One way to lengthen a skirt. That is pretty much the simplest way to do it. This method works really well with skirts that are made up of multiple panels like this one. The finished skirt part of this dress is made up of 4 pieces, so I don't want to make the individual pieces really wide because I'm going for a straight, slightly flared look. That is, wide enough to walk comfortably but not extremely wide. With this method of lengthening the hem, we're going to cut our pattern pieces horizontally in several places and add in extra length between the cut spaces and at the bottom. I'm going to be adding an even 15 inches. The math is a little bit easier. I'm going to cut my pattern in 3 places and then I'm going to add to the hem. I'll be adding 3.75 inches in 4 different places. Adding 3.75 is a lot, and technically you should only spread your pattern about 2 inches. Adding more than that can throw off other elements of your pattern. But this is a simple A-line skirt and none of the construction elements are going to be affected. Start by tracing out your pattern. As we did before, remember to transfer all the important markings. Place your yardstick under the hip mark and draw a line about 1 inch under the hip line. I'm adding about 3.75 inches in 4 places to get 15, so I made 2 more horizontal cuts and I'll add the rest at the hem. Attach paper to the bottom of the top of your pattern piece. Use your yardstick to continue the grain line onto your new piece of paper. Measure down X amount from the cut edge. For my example, my measurement is 3.75. Mark across and draw a horizontal line. Attach the next piece of your pattern at the line you just drew and match the grain line. Draw a new side seam line connecting the top of the first piece to the bottom of the second on both sides. Attach another piece of paper to the bottom of the new pattern piece and continue the grain line down. And again, you're going to add X amount to the bottom and draw a line across. Join the third piece of the pattern, matching the top edge to the horizontal line and the pattern grain line to the new grain line. Add X amount, draw a line, and add the final pattern piece. Draw a new side seam line connecting the tops to the bottoms on both sides of the pattern, just like you did at the beginning. We're almost done. Add X amount to both side seams and below the hem. Connect the dots and cut on the line. There's actually about a 3.5 difference between the first method and the second. That would be almost 12 inches across all 4 panels. That's just something to keep in mind when deciding on how you want to alter your pattern. And there you have it, 2 methods of lengthening an A-line skirt. Well, that's it for this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to check out the other channels on the CMOD network for other videos on sewing, crafting, and upcycling. And as always, subscribe to what fits you.